Hello, welcome to my channel. Renso here. Let's start painting. Okay, I'm gonna use titanium white, yellow ochre, cadmium red hue, and ivory black. Leaving some space here in case I need more colors, just to put them here. Okay, I'm gonna start I'm making a sketch and mixing red and black. Using a fiber brush, number 8. Okay. Let's start with one eye here. From this side to the nose. Okay. From the nose to the mouth. I'm just trying to split this apart and put like pieces here together. You can see this like one piece, another piece, another one. Okay. I have here one piece, 2, 3, and this will be 4. I'm gonna change to another brush, synthetic brush. I added a little bit of medium. I use linseed oil and turpentine, 50-50. Okay, I squint my eyes and I see this whole area of light in this area of shadow. Okay, I see the ear is aligned with the eye. And the bottom of the ear is aligned with the nostril here. Hello, Shodari. Hello, Monique. Okay, I'm gonna add more paint. Okay. Now, I'm gonna start with this red, black, and a little bit of white to make some kind of purple violet color. You can notice that color. Okay. Just red, black, and white. Now that I'm painting the shadow, I'm just thinking the shape of the shadow, okay? I'm not thinking even that I'm painting a face. I'm just thinking I'm painting this flat shape. I mean, during the whole process, I think, let's say that I'm facing something that has just 2 dimensions, something three-dimensional. And at some part of the process, I change and think in a 3-dimensional way. I'm thinking about depth and all of that, yeah? But right now it's just flat because it's the beginning, just drawing and painting at the same time. Michael, hello, Michael. I'm just priming my canvas painting at 2 years old. Oh, wow. Any tips? Don't make him or her older. Hello, Dilipen. Hello, Crisalia. How are you? Hello, Rocio. That's so easy when we paint kids to make things older. Okay, now I have this shadow, and I'm gonna continue with this color around here, but not too much paint. You see that this is different from this. This is more transparent. I forget it here. Now I'm thinking to put here the skin color, okay, and try to build the volume like I was working a sphere, something really simple. Because when we paint a kid, it's everything about a spherical volume. Here, obviously, is so clear. We have to think just in a sphere. Or here, 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 everywhere is the volume is more noticeable in a face kit. Okay. I'm gonna mix white, yellow, ochre, and red. A little bit of black. More red, more black, more white. More black. I mean, I don't want go directly to the skin color. I just want to a little bit darker, because of course I'm planning to put more paint, and usually every layer, wet and wet, every layer is going to be lighter until I get the volume right. I'm making a variation here. It's a little bit reddish, this. I know that, I mean, I'm gonna adjust this, and at the end we don't see any, like, this first brush strokes just got lost in the whole process. But anyway, from the beginning, I'm trying just to see something, because I mean, it's not about just the color. For me, it's about the, I mean, I have to draw, and right now I'm squinting my eyes and trying to see the shape of the light. Okay, there's a shadow here. I don't wanna forget about this shadow. Okay. And adding a little bit of solvent. When you prepare, if you prepare your canvas, or you buy your canvas, yeah, when you paint, you gotta feel something like this. So you see how easily I spread I mean, I don't have too much paint, but even with a little bit of solvent, it's so easy to spread the paint. I mean, this has 3 layers of gesso. I applied the gesso with a ruler. It's plastic, you know. Usually when I used to buy, I mean, the canvas ready from any art store, I don't have this the same quality. I have to add 1 extra layer of gesso. Okay. Okay. I'm going to prepare more paint. I think I'm going to go with a more reddish color. Just add a little bit of yellow ochre. I'm mixing here white and black. Okay, just testing here how, I mean, to be honest, I wasn't sure about how to go with the color, and I can go with this really cool light or warm light. I always prefer the warm light, but let's see. Okay, this is one way that I have for trying to see what is going to be the color. I haven't decided yet because I mean, both the warmer or the cooler, they both work as light, and they think both are going to work okay. But mostly we usually love more a warmer color on the skin. And if I decide to go with this cool light, it doesn't mean it's going to be everything cool. It means like it's going to be a combination, and the highlights are going to be the color. And there's going to be a process of adjusting this until I get something, a balance, yes, between all the lights, the shadows, temperature, and all of that. You can change this easily. You can go again with this and add more paint on top of this. That change again. Okay, since I'm working with the same value, nothing is going to happen, nothing terrible is going to happen. The problem is usually when we change, I mean, we have this light value, and maybe we're going to start working here with this value. I mean, that's going to be a mess. As soon as we make changes with the same value, that's going to be okay. And even we can leave here some bluish, you see some bluish, more yellowish, more orangey. All of those colors can live together really well. mean, we can add even more. And this is not about the palette. The palette is just for a simple beginning. It's just from the drawing. A simplify for drawing, a simplify for color. It doesn't mean that you cannot just end up with 20 colors. That would be perfect. I mean, that's be okay. If you have some maybe amazing pigments, you could do. I mean, if I could have, obviously, when I work in layers, I add more colors, and I have some special colors that I use just for glazes because I have some cover violet that I think I have the tube for more than 4 years. I think maybe even more because I just use that color for glazes. Okay, here the year, you can add a lot of red here. That's okay. Oh, hello, hello, Mervat. Okay, yes. Okay, yes. Exactly, Monique. Would love to see how you apply the glaze. Okay, yes, yes. And I'm gonna do that. I mean, I'm planning to make longer process to my Patreon account. Yeah? And this way I can take some money from you guys. Yeah, I can keep, I mean, a lot of. Yes, Monique, thank you. I mean, I can keep always my channel for the Prima process and keep my Patreon account for more longer process. Wow, that has now a scary look. Always I have to add more red. Have to add more red to the cheeks and the chin. You know what? I'm mixing some green. I'm gonna add some green right now. Okay, I'm going to blend everything. This way I can see the blending now is not for making it soft. I mean, I'm obviously gonna make everything soft, but it doesn't mean that I'm gonna finish this painting soft or thick. Or I just do this because it's easy for me right now just to compare this stage. Okay, I see right now that I have a problem here. Okay, a little bit, it should be a little bit. I need to add more here. Okay. I'm not so sure about this. I'm just trying to see more contrast. Obviously, a simple rule when I paint a portrait, when everybody paints a portrait, that's simple. If you have shadow here, usually you do the background a little bit lighter. And if when you have light, you have this side a little bit darker. But I think that's too much. Anyway, I had to do it because I just wanted to see the contrast. Maybe I can add more. I mean, I love adding some blue here because add more color and enhance the whole painting with more color. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna think about that later. Okay, I'm going to add to continue to finish the background, just to see the whole painting. Okay, I need more solvent. I don't have the turpentine. I'm using just pure linseed oil. Now, most of the time, I just prefer just to go more transparent with the shadows. Okay, this case, I think it's going to be an exception. I'm thinking to go really dark with the shadows because that's not too much of a shadow, and maybe that enhances all the color of the light. Okay, it's just a thought. That when in the process of painting, we are just thinking, taking decisions, and sometimes we think something, and just 5 minutes later we change that. The only problem with the painting that sometimes that we have to do that. And the problem that would be that in order to, if we change our mind, we have to go back and add more paint, more paint, and that's the process. That's why uh, sometimes maybe that would be the reason that we can mess the painting sometimes, because we add more and more and more paint, and trying to look for the balance. Okay. Always squinting my eyes, trying to not to lose all the areas that has shadow. I mean here, obviously there has shadow and light here. That's so obvious. I mean here in this portion, because this kind of flat, yes. Hello, Michael. Hello, Joyce. Don't worry. Hello, Mary. Okay. Let's see. I mean, I have some color now, some greens, red. That's what I wanted at the beginning. I didn't do that. And, I really will. Sometimes we really miss some green on the skin. Sometimes we can turn the color to kind of complete violet or really cool color. In that case, maybe we don't we won't use any green. It's gonna be more like a bluish gray color. I'm taking my time now. I'm thinking. I'm thinking. Okay, here's obviously the highlight in here. Okay, what I want to control is to keep that diffused, or like how the light is fading to the shadow here. From here to here, you can see how is the transition. Okay, I'm squinting my eyes, trying to see this shape. Okay. Trying to copy the same shape. Let's go again with this here. I'm using this gray color. There's always kind of a small space here and here in both eyes that the color changes, the color turns greenish. And then it get close to the lower eyebrow, it turns again warmer. And you see this. That's sometimes you can make it so visible, but it depends what you what you want. Sometimes I just love to leave it there. Sometimes I end up just softening everything and making everything more subtle. Okay, this color stops here. It's just here. Okay, you can add a little bit here, and I continue on the color here, but no this portion. This is gonna be more grayish. But it depends if you wanna make those. You wanna see some paintings that you can see so green or sometimes so grayish this color, or sometimes it's just so subtle. This transition, so subtle transition that looks like it was just one color, all the light in one color. As for me, it's about painting and see what works. Sometimes I start with, let's say, more colorful palette, and I make more difference between red, green, and all of that. And when you see the painting at the end, it's just like just one color in light. Sometimes that could happen. And the reds and the greens, the grays. You can see some of them, some subtle version of those colors. Okay, light. I have here 4 brushes. I'm changing between them. I'm gonna add a 5th one. I love this color. Well, I doesn't mean that I'm gonna leave it there. I'm still just adjusting. Applying, and I'm gonna adjust little by little the colors. Mm. I'm gonna use another brush. And let's see if I can go really dark with the shadow. But it doesn't mean it's gonna be black. I mean, it's gonna be like a burnt umber with a touch of red. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. Let's continue. Maybe more red. I mean, this is not big changes because these colors aren't going to work anyway. This is a brown, reddish brown. It's gonna work in shadow in any skin. Okay. I'm just trying to see if this is what I think is gonna because it's gonna be the best for this painting, and if I like this. It's mostly more about a matter of taste, I think. Now working on a really, can I say, dark environment, and let me show you that if I put a little bit of white here, you can see how far away I'm from white. And I just want to add a really strong highlight. It's gonna be here, around here. I don't want this to be mixed. I just want to see this. Okay, how strong is that? That helps me to see. I mean, it's like having a value scale where I see where is my darkest dark, where is my lightest light. Okay, I'm not saying that I'm going from the lightest light and the darkest dark. I'm just saying that I want to see that. I don't want to lose my. Yes, I mean, sometimes it's even there is a good thing to have always a value scale at hand. You can put your value scale and compare where is the lightest light is close to white and the darkest dark is close to black. Now I'm gonna blend, and obviously it's not gonna be that bright anymore. And sometimes I do this. I add more saturated color in order to see how are my the intensity of the color. Maybe I should be more intense, more vibrant. Maybe not. The disadvantage of working on La Prima, because uh, we don't have the possibility to fix things. I mean, that's different when we paint in so many sessions. I apply a glaze, and if I don't like the glaze, I just wipe it off the glaze, change the color, and I go again. In this case, it's different. It's more like that's why, I mean, this is a really good practice, because it's like, how can I say it? It's like okay, it's like working when you draw with no pencil, with pen, with ink. And you feel that you don't have the possibility to change it, to erase it. Something like that. I mean, it's not exactly like that, because I can't just take my palette knife and clean this out and start again. But I mean, that's not the case. Yes, it's not the case to get to the extreme. But it's something like that. I mean, and that's why painting at a prima, that would be always a good exercise. And adding more like an orangey color to make it more warmer. Now, what I want to do is go with a really black on the pupil, because you can see that it's not a black. And before that, I want to blend this. Okay, now let's go with this pure black on the pupil. Okay, let me check out. Let me step back a little bit. Squinting my eyes. Okay. sometimes I remember when I was a student, sometimes I wasn't able to control the darkness, the darkness and the light, the dark and the light in the painting. And I used to go and look for in the painting the darkest dark, and I added a touch of pure black. And I look for the lightest light, and I added a touch of pure white. In this way, uh, was a way for me to control my values. Because sometimes I remember I ended up so many times with a painting that it looks like kind of wash out. I mean, it was so clear everything. All my values was so clear, and sometimes I ended up with a painting. It was so dark, and I wasn't able to control that. I mean, I remember from my teacher, it was okay. I mean, he used to tell me that's okay. I mean, that's okay. I mean, we're not going to be able to control that, but in the value that you're working is kind of lighter or darker. In that value, everything has to work. You should find volume in your scale. But remember, I used to say, no, I don't want that. I mean, I just want to copy what I see exactly as a photograph. And usually the teacher says, okay, it's not about, the teacher usually says, it's not about copying a photograph, okay? It's about interpretation. When I was young, for me, I don't care about interpretation. I just want to copy this. Okay, now I feel that the eye isn't dark enough. And then I came out with myself with the idea of adding white and black because I couldn't find a solution to do that. And that's why I thought somebody asked me in one of the videos about gray glaze, applying a gray glaze. I said my experience about when my teacher told me to add a white glaze on all over the painting. And that was because of what I'm just telling you right now, because the painting was so dark. It was okay. I mean, it was okay in that, and the values and everything, but it was everything dark. Sometimes that works perfectly, sometimes it doesn't. And that time for my teacher, the solution was, speaking about 30 years ago, almost 35 years ago. My teacher the solution was apply a white glaze, everything, like a filter, yeah? A white filter, and let it dry. Let it dry for 4 days, 5 days, and working on top of that. Yes, and then you can imagine if you apply a white glaze, I mean, it's like a white filter. I mean, there's no contrast anymore. You lost a lot of the contrast. Yes, I remember my teacher was, okay, now that's okay. Now that you have, you lower the whole, how can I say, the whole, I mean, darkness of the painting. Now you start working again on the shadows and don't touch the lights, okay? Yeah, I didn't touch the lights, I work on the shadows. And that was a solution. But there was a way to fix that. Keep in mind that white glaze or gray glaze, if that works for you for some effects, that's perfect. Hmm. Hello, Renso. What is oiling out? Oh, oiling out. Monique. Oh, hello, Inga. Hello, Renso. Hello, Inga. Hello, Monique. I don't know you don't have to worry about oiling out your paint and prima. Yes, of course. I mean, yeah. Yes. I mean, the result was really okay. I mean, for me, I remember I used that two more times in purpose. It wasn't for a solution. I added that. I'm going to blend this. I added that to a couple of my painting just to have that effect, the filter. Yeah, after that I didn't use it anymore. Uh, I was afraid to get used to use a solution and don't train my eyes. Yes, because the idea is train your eyes to get the values. I mean, not right at the moment because it's not about that. It's a process to get the values right. It's a process from the beginning to the end. It's a process of adjusting. Okay. Oiling out is when you left the painting dry, and before you continue, you applied a layer of just linseed oil. It shouldn't be like a really wet layer of linseed oil, just to refresh the painting and just to work on top of that. And when you oiled out and you work on top of that, I mean, you're gonna see the difference than when you work just on top of a dry painting without oil out. It's like you're gonna feel. I mean, you can. I mean, I think you can imagine the difference. Yes, it's just like it's gonna be more difficult. Okay, that's too much of an orange. Okay. Oh, I got lost. Makes sense when you paint over the white glaze to fix it. Okay, should I? No, to be honest, I don't know about those Fayum portraits, Miri, but definitely I'm going to investigate about that. I mean, these encaustic painters, kind of, I think, what are you talking about? But to be honest, I don't know how, I mean, eh, it's like they work with heat, I mean, with really warm, I mean, they warm the pigments, the paint, yes. I know something about that. Sorry, I don't know how to explain it because those words, I don't even know. I don't even remember the words in Spanish. What I remember, they have to heat the paint, like boil the paint. Not almost boil, but I mean heat. Oh, Dita, hello Dita. Oh, it's pigment and beeswax. Okay, that's why they boil them. Yes, because that's the way for to make the paint the pigment fluid. Yeah. I'm trying to control how red is gonna be the lips. Sometimes it looks really nice, pink color on them. Okay, Dita, thank you. Sus Sweaker. Okay. I will go again with a strong highlight here. Okay, it's time to add a little bit of cadmium yellow. And a different crimson. I think I'm gonna change this color. It's too greeny on this portion. That's too much. I gotta adjust the color. I mean, I don't wanna be like completely reddish color, but I'm gonna try to get just something like in the middle between this red in between this. Sometimes I have fixed that just by adding black and white. This is too much. I'll take out that. Basically, what I'm doing here is just graying down this part just by mixing this gray into here. Okay, now I'm gonna add a little bit of this orangey color. Okay. Oh, that's really good information, Mary. To speak about that, I will need a dictionary to look for the word. I don't know anything. I don't know too much about that. I mean, anyway, I just knew a little bit about encaustic. Encaustic. I think that's the way to say it. Okay, now I'm thinking about the background. And maybe I want to add more yellow here. To be honest, then maybe I will add some cool highlights. I mean, the only way to add more yellow and not see that yellow that strong is just by adding just yellow to other part of the painting. And by contrast, any yellow here is gonna be, killed just by contrast. Okay, let's see if this works. I don't, I don't like that. But anyway, I mean, it's too early to say that it's gonna work or not. yellowish. Okay, that's better. Okay, I will see the image in my screen because I'm not gonna be able to see the eye in this image. Now you can see when there is some yellow, by comparison, you don't see the other yellows. That gave me a little bit more of freedom by adding more yellow here. Okay, a little bit more of color even. Okay, I think that's working okay. I have some light here that I don't like. Add a little bit of this darker color. Okay. Let's work here. Oh, this brush is not working properly. I clean out this one. I have here a little bit of cobalt blue. I'm gonna change that yellow of the background. I don't like that much this. Let me see if this works. Oh, I was just changing this. continue. Okay, okay. Right eyebrow needs to be a bit more curved. Okay. Oh, Michael, if Renzo had a red Indian name, he would be called Renso Timbrushes. Yes. Yeah, I use a lot of brushes. Eh? But it wasn't always like this. I mean, I used to paint, I remember, with just two brushes, one big and small, flat brushes. Because the flat brushes are so versatile that you can use it in different. I mean, you can use it for make really thin lines uh, and really thick brush strokes. I remember I used to use just two brushes. It was so difficult. I mean, it took me a lot of time just to get used to use more brushes. Too much work, I thought at that time. Just so many brushes, cleaning so many brushes, and keep track of the brushes with different colors. Okay, but what is easier, oil paint, portrait, or pastel? Uh, I think I would say that pastel is easier. Yes, it takes less time. Yeah. I still need to add more light to the face. Just working this portion to create more contrast. Okay, I need to add more light right now because I want to see a really strong light here. Okay, that's better, but I think more. I need to light up all this part of the face. Okay, I'm gonna clean out this brush. In the image here in my computer, I can see a little bit of this eye, and I see the sclera. Mm, I think it's around here. Mm, Okay, now I can feel that the thickness of the lip, the upper lip. Now I shine highlight here. I need to add more light yet here. Let's add some light to the ear. Need more of this alizarin crimson. I use a little bit because I don't use too much. I love this alizarin crimson, but I don't use this color that much. But I always use it for these parts like this, and the ears, the mouth. Okay, now I need to add more light here. Little by little, little by little. Okay, a little bit of yellow. Too orangey, I think. A little bit of gray. More gray. I think that's okay, that color. I need to blend this. Now I have to add again. Okay, this is the brush. Where's the brush? Okay, I think this is the brush. Again. Now I always apply the this highlights. I blend them and I go again and again until I feel that that's okay. I'm looking for my brush paint here. Okay, here it is. Next painting, I'm gonna leave some brush strokes on the, without making this. Oof. I think I gotta go out a little, just for a minute to buy some fruit. I say that because I don't know if you could hear. I mean, there was some guy selling fruit on the street. Oh, salud. Oh, hello, Abril. We can tell you're getting close to the end when we hear you ruffling through the brushes. Yes. What is he selling? I don't know if you can hear, but there is because I live in here in Lima in the downtown, and there's always that's why in apartment that's why you can hear sometimes my neighbors when they are speaking, kids, and really I mean to my left there is somebody's kitchen. I don't even know because the house to my left is like they rent small apartments and just I can hear just through the wall plates and when somebody opened the sink and all of that. And to my right, there is another like 3 or 4 neighbors that they have some kids that they play. And daily there are people selling fruit that they go like on the streets just screaming, not screaming. They use this. I don't know what's the name to longhorn. I think it's to speak like a speaker to speak out, and they are going just there saying, "Hey, fruit." And then sometimes Saturdays like today or Sundays, usually Sundays, there's a group of musicians. They go on the streets just playing whatever it is. It's like 3 or 4 of them just playing. And in some of my videos, that's for sure that I've been recorded all the songs and all of that because they play a song and they continue walking to the next block. They play another song and then the next block, and then they go the ball horn, something like that to like to speak is to speak really loud. In this way, everything can hear them selling fruit. And that's for me kind of impossible to build this kind of studio against the noise. I mean, something like that. That's kind of difficult. It's so funny because I mean, every video there is some sounds. Last time my neighbor was fixing something, it was like a sound of a machine. I don't know how is the name. During the whole video, it's like a oh my god! I mean, I started to the live stream in my drawing channel, and he started to do that. It was again. It was weekend. The weekend people are working. But right now, nobody's home. Everybody is on my mother-in-law home because usually my dog should be just barking by now, and my son is always looking for me because every time that he see that I'm making a live stream, he's asking me for, hey dad, let's go eat pizza, let's go eat this that, because he knows that I'm not gonna cook that day, because I as soon as I finish I have to do another thing, and then he knows, because my wife, she's taking care of her mom, and I'm here at home with my kids, not today, no? And I'm cooking, I'm preparing breakfast, cooking, and all of that. That's what I said the last time, that I'm getting really amazing at cooking. So to be honest, I'm not so good at cooking. I mean, that's kind of difficult to learn things. I just usually look for a YouTube channel. I prepare something following a recipe. The last time, I remember a lot of time I've prepared a dish. I saw in a Spanish channel, from Spain, there is a guy that he always end up his videos saying, "Y que viva la cocina." It's so funny. I mean, he cooks so good, but he uses a lot of cheese. And then I was following like his recipes, and I started to add like a lot of cheese. And my daughter, she was the first. Oh, Dad, my stomach hurts. And I said, 3 days was enough. I said, no more cooking. Let's ask for pizza. Okay. And then I was looking for more dishes, for more channels. And usually we are at home together. Yes, my wife, she's the one who cooks. I usually cook just weekends. Just the weekends I cook, Saturdays and Sundays. These 2 weeks I've been just eating Chinese food day after day. My God, I'm gonna die soon. Day after day, and then I go to the restaurant, and they have like 1,000 dishes, and I always ask for the same. And they are just the last time I went. Yesterday, the girl that she was saying, "Hey, sir, we have more dishes. You're always asking the same." Yeah, I mean, I'm so tired to look for some more dishes. I mean, I just want to eat whatever it is. I mean, and day after day I go, I say, what do you want? The same. Okay, I say, the same. The next day, the same. And they ask me, yes, what do you, don't you ask anything more? I mean, I don't want to think about anything more. I'm thinking about colors right now. I don't want to think about food. Just give me the same. Okay, I think it's kind of, I got it. We always feel that. I mean, it's been 2 hours. I mean, I have plenty of time to retouch. This one was kind of fast. Yeah, I mean, because I just have the half of the face to work. And my wife, she calls me. Yes, she calls me daily. She calls me daily. Where are you? What are you eating? I'm cooking. I said, I'm cooking. Okay, that's okay. Don't eat out. But she knows me. Yes, I mean, you love to eat garbage. Don't eat out. And I said, don't worry, don't worry. And as soon as I finish speaking to her, I go out directly to the Chinese restaurant. And then I've been with my kids for months. Yes, and I've been going to my wife and going some days. Yes, but mostly I've been with my kids for months, and we've been asking for delivery, for pizza, for all of that. I've been cooking like 3 days a week, just 3 days a week. Sometimes the whole week, but not always. Yes. But now that we went to my mother's in-law's house, my wife, she asked always, is, your dad was cooking? And both of them, they say, yes, my dad is cooking. They know that if they say something like, "I'm not cooking," my wife's just gonna go crazy. What happened with you? I mean, you shouldn't be asking for food. What about the buyers? What about everything? I mean, for me, I mean, what about eat something delicious? I mean, I cannot eat the same. I cannot eat my own food. I mean, that's not delicious. That's just for surviving. That's, I gotta make this shorter because it was too. Kids, they always have this really short. I'm putting my arm in top of the camera. Now I have the camera in front of me. Okay. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, 48 degrees here. Oh my God. That's almost 0 degrees, like Celsius. Yes, 0 Celsius. Oh. No, I hate to make commissions. I have to paint them, yes, because that's work. But I came out with an idea. I'm making commissions here in YouTube. Okay, if somebody wants a commission, just let me know. I'm gonna make a live stream painting your commission, and I'm gonna charge you just $120. But that's gonna be the same, this size, it's a small size. I cannot paint bigger because I cannot paint my camera that much. I mean, I try it, and that's so. I mean, that's so uncomfortable. And if somebody wants a commission, that would be nice. Okay, I'm trying to keep, like always, this color is gonna be more mute, more, of course, more. You can call it more grayer, and this obviously more warmer. I'm trying to keep the volume like a sphere, because usually that's the. I mean, okay, I found something here, and it needs more light. Then looking for always these mid tones, these subtle tones. Try to control them, because now I feel that this is too dark. So I gotta go little by little. I'm gonna light up this a little bit. It's like applying a glaze just on the air. And then move the color from here to there. And then again, pick up a little bit of light color and go on top of this again. I don't like that. Again, I mean, you know that this thing is always about adjusting this, adjusting and adjusting this. Kind of, I have erased the shadow. I gotta go back again and put it back again. Just on the air, because I don't want to repeat the same again. I mean, usually we repeat this 3, 4 a lot of times, because uh, that's it is. I mean, this paint is something that is kind of you can feel this is like a cream. It moves. That makes it difficult to control it, and then that's why we gotta go back again and again, back and forth, back and forth. Oh, Joyce, yes. Oh, I hope so, because you know that the same day that I sent you the paintings, I sent a portrait. I I'm kind of worried, because it's been maybe done too much. Usually, it was about always 15 days. One day more, one day less, but no more than 15 days. Now I think it's been almost 20 days. I think I gotta move the nose a little bit up. That means moving the shadow. So difficult to see this part. Hmm. Oh, thank you, Monique and Joyce, because yes, and it's Ray. I mean, at the moment, three people bought me paintings, and I mean, who else? And Vicky for no, yeah, I make a mistake. Vicky for oh my god, I'm forgetting someone. And thank you to my patrons because I have like 4, 5 patrons, I think. And I always forget to say thank you because it was about a week ago that I get a new patron and I forget to do the shout out. If you're watching right now, you let me know because I don't remember it. So sorry about that. Okay. Where is? Always checking the edges. For example, this is too sharp. Okay, checking the color on the ear because I want. That's okay. I mean, you can go really red, really go with a really reddish color on the ear. That's gonna be okay. She has like an. Yeah, I'm gonna add that. I think this is a nice touch. Eye earring. Oh, for people that don't know, I'm gonna leave you my YouTube channel, my drawing channel. Okay, where it is? Oh my God, I forget. Here's my drawing channel. Oh, Monique, you're asking me about. To be honest, no, I just have Patreon, just Patreon. I mean, it's like having and not having because I don't offer anything on Patreon. Those 5 Patreon I have, they are really just supporting me just because of these videos in YouTube because of that. But I'm planning to put more things there, more some longer process. I'm planning to do maybe doing weekly live streams. I mean, in a month, like 4 live streams, like 2 hours each one, and I mean, it's not gonna mean I don't mean that 4 paintings, one painting in 4 sessions. That would be like 8 hours. A painting of 8 hours. It's kind of different because the process is different. It's about letting dry and all of that. And glazes and all of that. I mean, I'm planning to do that. I hope I can make it. Wow, this brush is just. I need a new clean brush. I'm going again. Because I blend a lot, I lost these highlights. And I gotta go again and again on the highlights. Okay, that's better. A little bit more. Okay, I think I make her a little bit older, yes? Kind of difficult to get right with the age. If I'm checking out maybe this weight I gotta reduce here. Maybe a little bit. Maybe more. I'm moving the shadow a little bit, but I think I need to up the nose, the point, the tip of the nose, a little bit up. Okay, I think that's it. Mm. Mhm. Oh, well, I'm gonna leave it there. Okay, I think that's it. Mhm. Okay. I gotta stop. I don't want to stop. I just want to continue painting for 3, 4, 6, 8 hours. But it doesn't. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna make any good to the painting. Actually, at this stage is where I'm looking for these subtle values, and at the same time, more than once I make the mistake to make people older because I start just messing around with this thing about putting more details. Okay, that's it. I mean, I gotta leave it there because oh, maybe one more touch. Mm, I think that's it. Yeah. That's it. No more, no more. Okay. Thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you, Monique. Thank you, all of you. Thank you, Michael, Joyce, Mary, all of you. See you Monday, okay? Thank you, Mervat, Dieter, Monique, Eve. Have a nice weekend. I mean, rest of the weekend. Have a nice Sunday. You too, Crisalida. Have a nice weekend. Okay, Joyce, send me all the money you want. Okay, now that's it. Thank you so much. See you next time. Take care. Bye.